Don't you know that from coast to coast, where there's dope, there's hope, where there's dope, there's hope. Sheesh. Wait, is it lit? Don't.
Yeah, man. We back.
We back, niggas.
Another month, another week.
Another month,
another
week.
episode.
This might be our last month of the year. This might conclude our season 1 run.
Might.
I mean, what say you?
Shit. Listen, episode 21. It's the Herbal Tea Podcast. It's your man, EarthTone.
And your man, the real peasy brat.
You know what I'm saying? We back as usual.
Like we do about this time.
Yeah. We've been consistent with it for this year. And I think we deserve a little break.
I think so, too.
You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit of a break.
Shit,
Shout out to
think?
everybody who've been rocking with us, who've been tuned in thus far. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate all the love. All of the artists that we reviewed that have received the feedback with open arms.
With
you know what I'm saying?
And
open minds.
And open minds.
We appreciate that. So, we back 21 episodes in.
Yeah.
Top of the year, we started in January. We're going to end it out in November, right before Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to give y'all a break. Give y'all the holidays to the fam.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? It's still crazy out there, so you ain't supposed to be ganging up. Don't click up crazy. But, we can't blame you for going to see your loved ones and all of that. So that's how we doing it for the rest of the year. We hope y'all enjoy. We hope y'all continue to enjoy. And we'll be back, so don't get it twisted. This ain't a farewell or a so long. We just giving y'all a heads up, a courtesy heads up.
We still got one more episode after this. So
Of course.
We're going to chill. Let's chill.
We here. But episode 21, we're going to get it going, man. Let's get into this music. Of course, it's been a hell of a year. 2020 has been an interesting year for the Q Plus community, man.
Sheesh.
It's been a lot of music. This summer's been hot. It's been heating up.
The Skreetz is always, perpetually, continuously on fire.
Absolutely. It's getting a little chilly out here. You know what I'm saying? Hoodie season is upon us.
It is upon us.
But
Skreetz still burning.
We're going to get into it and see what's going on the music street. You know it's always burning. The first guest.
First guest bringing to the stage.
You know what I'm saying? The first student, the first alumni that we have today to add to the plate.
Who we got?
Miss Yell.
Miss
Yell, ladies and gentlemen. Y-E-L. Yup, it's Yell on IG. Don't get it twisted. Q Plus artist from a small city in Washington State. Shout out to Washington State, upper northeast of the continent. Northwest. I'm sorry.
PNW.
You said who?
PNW, Pacific Northwest.
Oh, that's how we do it?
That's how they giving it up.
Okay, shout out to Seattle up there.
Yeah.
Influences include 3 Stacks, Jimi Hendrix, Missy Misdemeanor Elliott.
A word.
Speaking of, you know what I'm saying? And the Black Eyed Peas, which is crazy. That's a nice little eclectic gumbo right there. I like that. I like that.
Set of influences, if I do say so.
Yeah. She actually comes from a musical family. So her pops played the saxophone. He was a sax player, professionally.
Right.
Jazz background, all of that. Brothers, she got older brothers that's in music as well. I think they both rap and they both produce. So she actually has a sibling combo of producers, if you will.
Basically.
That's her in-house team. So she got an in-house production team. I mean, and it's like, you got that. You already got a step above, you know what I'm saying, a foot in the game above, everybody else right now.
Pretty much.
That's huge. She grew up playing basketball, actually. In school, she went to college for basketball, ended up getting a scholarship. She went to JUCO, and the plan was, if you're familiar with, NCAA, JUCO, and all of that, like the divisions and the levels, JUCO is usually you go there for like a year, 2 years. That's kind of similar to if you get like red-shirted playing football. You kind of go there. It's like a prep, and then it's made for you to go on to another school, like a bigger school, and then, you go on from there and eventually to the WNBA or what have you or whatever. But she went to school playing ball, and after a year was like, you know what? This music shit, this rap shit is dead. This basketball shit, I'm getting fucked up. So she was over with the sports and she took it to the mic. So she had a career switch in college.
Right.
And it was like, you know what? I'm playing ball. I love it and all of that. But we're going to go and get on this music shit. Because like I said, she came from a music family. So it's already in the genes. It's already in the bloods. It is what it is. It was a natural progression.
Why fight it?
Exactly. And that's what happened. And that's what she ended up doing. And there we have it. She's a proud Scorpio. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She tends to release her music around Scorpio season.
Oh, look at that. How
you know
fitting.
What I'm saying? Exactly,
Whoa.
which makes sense. And that's where we have the project we about to review today. But have you heard of Yell? Like, do you know of, like, were you familiar with her before we reviewed?
I have not
been
familiar with Yell.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I just want to make sure. I just want to, like, shout out, you know what I'm saying, representing that Pacific Northwest, because
Absolutely.
we don't have a lot of artists that come from that area of the country, Q+, representing like that. So shout out to them.
Absolutely. That's huge. I mean, you know, we need representation all across the nation.
For sure.
All across the globe, for that matter. But, you know, it's dope that we have her representing like that. And like I said, Yo, Q+ artist, she out here with her. I don't think this is her debut album.
This is her debut.
It is her debut.
It is
okay,
her debut.
because she definitely doesn't have a ton of music out there. But she's definitely making an impact thus far. So debut album, we got 9 songs. It came out on October the 22nd. Life I Live, that's the title. Full offering, you know what I'm saying?
Full offering.
And actually, fun fact,
she's
a Query alumni.
She's
I
Query
interviewed her.
alumni.
Yeah, I interviewed her on a Query a couple weeks ago. For those of you know, have been paying attention, I have the interview show on Slave TV where I interview other, fellow Q+ artists, and she was one of the artists that we interviewed. So shout out to Yell. I'm gonna just get into it, man.
Okay.
I fuck with this project.
You fuck with this project.
This was a very, very well put together piece of work. I gave it a 72% loud.
Woo!
Yeah. 72% loud. Bring out the blowhorns. You know what I'm saying? It's loud. We got that, you roll this shit up. You're going to hit that one time and you're going to be like, ooh, what's this? It's one of those joints. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into it. So my favorite joint on the whole project.
All right.
It's that 3 Street, man.
That
I
3
really fuck with that joint. It give me that. It's so LA. It's so LA Crip Gang, Snoop Dogg, Cali, with a twist of that hyphy, Oakland. It just got that little bop, and then she giving you that melody on it with her voice. That's one of the things I gotta give it to. She has a very distinctive voice.
I'll say so.
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just off top, and she has a great control of it. You know what I'm saying? She's singing on here. She doing melody. She playing with it. She being animated with her voice. She's doing a lot of things on the whole project. But this one specifically, that she gave me like it was like a alternative take on a Juvenile high flow, which was like, okay, I kind of like this. Like, I like where she took it with it. It ain't too, you know what I'm saying? She ain't give you nothing crazy lyrically, but she playing with the flow. She having fun with it. And I like the way she did that flow. It's captivating. It's catchy. I don't know. And it kind of caught me. I was stuck on that one. But then the other joint I really liked was Moments in Therapy, which I really enjoyed that song. That was like it was like a ride. It was like she was kind of talking you through a previous relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like she was talking herself through like what happened. That's what it felt like for me. And then she also had, I think she had a couple of features on there, Nobi and Mr. DC, which I'm not sure who was who, but one of them was doing like kind of spoken word on there, and another one was, singing and harmonizing and, bringing that aspect to it. But it had the change ups. It had like 3 different beat change ups. So it was a real dynamic song. And I like how she was giving it up on there. And then, I mean, it was a few joints on here that I was like, yo, these are all really decent. I mean, it wasn't like fires for me individually, but together and collectively, she gave me a lot. She gave me a lot of range, which I appreciated in a project. She kept it concise, short and sweet. And it wasn't too many songs that I was like, all right, this is just a kind of skip over. Like I listened to every joint and was like, all right, I kind of wanted to get to the end of each of the songs. The opener was probably not the low point, but it wasn't the greatest for me. It kind of, I don't know, I wasn't that grab by the opener, which I liked it. It was cool. It was decent. It was like the summertime, but it was like, all right, this cool. It's cute.
Summertime.
But then the more the album went on, the more I enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? Like the joints just got more and more intriguing for me. And then I loved how she closed it off with the joint, what is it? Life Keeps Going. Like, I thought that was a dope, introspective, deep kind of joint. She kind of touching on, losing her pops in that joint.
Yeah.
It was, she gave me bits and pieces of a little bit of everything throughout the project. Which, I mean, for your first project, that could be a little bit of a gift and a curse because, people kind of trying to figure you out or figure where you at with it and then, might not be able to necessarily pinpoint down a style or a sound or whatever. But I thought the whole project was pretty cohesive. It reminded me of the older projects where, you got a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? You got your party joint, you got your introspective joint, you got your joint for the ladies.
For sure. You
know what I'm saying? You got your joint for the clubs. Like, you got a bunch of different type of songs, but they kind of still come together well. And I thought her brothers did a great job on the production. I thought the production really, really stood out and complimented her voice and her flow and the texture and everything. So, I mean, I enjoyed the project overall. 72% loud, man. That's what it was for me. What do you think?
72.
You over there? I don't know. You was huffing and puffing. I saw the shoulders dropping a couple times. How you
the
feel
shoulders
about
drop?
It?
I thought the shoulders were still pretty
I'll be reading
much
the
the
body
same.
language. I don't know.
Body language? I think it's been pretty stable.
Okay. Well, what did you think? What did you think of the project?
I'm gonna have to disagree with with your assessment, sir.
God damn.
How
much did you disagree?
I disagree to the point where it's like a Reggie for me.
Oh shit!
It's a Reggie for me.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have to. I'm gonna give her the props definitely because it is a consistent sound. So I read you there. Her brothers definitely came through and they gave her a nice, varied and dynamic set of production, and production quality was there too. Where it kind of really fell off for me was some of the execution, and to me, honestly, her voice doesn't really do it for me as far as like as far as much as she was doing. It was hard for me to peg as far as what she was trying to do. I wasn't really understanding a lot of the stuff that she was saying. And it could be because I'm not from the West Coast, so a lot of the language kind of falls on like to me, I don't really understand it. I don't really get it. But I feel like I should still be able to get a little bit of a narrative of what you're saying or what you're talking about. And I didn't necessarily get that until the very end. Like you said, her father had passed away, so that song was kind of, I feel like, in his honor or dedicated to him. But she gave me a lot of like Vince Staples, who was like, kind of like poor man's Kendrick.
Oh,
as
damn.
far as like, what I'm saying, vocal tone. I'm not necessarily here for it. And then I have to say this, I'm gonna be honest, like if your voice does not catch me, it's gonna be hard to listen to what you're saying. So that's just really like my whole take on it. But I do have to give, I liked Summertime when that joint came in, which it kind of set me up. You know what I'm saying? It kind of set me up, and then it goes.
So you was the opposite of me.
Yeah, I liked the way it started out, and then it went into It's That with her brother Top.
Yep.
And you could tell because this kind of like telling the clips apart, they got the same kind of vocal tone going on there, and neither one of them they were spitting their asses off, but it was kind of like,
wasn't it for you?
I couldn't really get into their whole delivery because it was, I was kind of distracted by it. But like I said, they definitely came through on the production. What is it? The last song.
Life Keeps Going.
Life Keeps Going.
Yeah.
Definitely was one of my highlights as well. And I thought Insane was kind of clever as well.
Insane too.
There's a video for it. Have you seen the video?
I have seen the video. I have.
It was an okay video. I think the video for It's That was probably the best video from all of them, and that one had the look to go with it. And It's That is kind of cool too, but The
Insane was like a little Halloween video. It was a cute little,
a little promo,
like a
type
visual
thing.
type joint.
Yeah. But shout out to Yell.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So you gave it a Reginald?
I gave it a Reggie.
God
I gave it a
damn.
28. Gave it a 28.
Holy cow.
You know what I'm saying? It was
Okay.
almost a mid. If I could get into a couple of more of her songs, I'm sorry.
Okay.
It was what it was.
Okay. So we got a Reginald James 28% Reggie.
28%.
And we got a 72% Loud. That's a big gap. So y'all got to go check that out. Let us know what you think. It's Yell, man. Yell, Life I Live, streaming
Life
on
I
all
Live.
platforms.
Check that shit out.
Hey, man. Welcome to the Herbal Tea Podcast. That's how it
Welcome.
goes. You know what I'm saying?
how it
Nothing
goes
new.
down.
Episode 21. You already know what it is by now.
Yeah.
And we're just going to get into the next one. Who we got, Peasy?
Next, bring it to the stage. We're going to get into... This one's different. This one's special.
Uh-oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We got Sampa the Great.
Okay.
Sampa the Great. We had a discussion about this woman, about this artist here.
Mm-hmm.
We were not necessarily sure if she all the way qualifies, but we're going to give it up to her because she has the collaboration with Jungle Pussy.
Yes.
And she skews a little bit more queer.
Yeah.
As far as like her stance with the Q plus community.
Yeah, we'll call her Q plus adjacent. at this
Adjacent. That's
point.
the
Yeah, you know what I'm
one.
saying?
That's
Yeah.
the one.
Yeah.
So we're gonna give it up to Sampa the Great and allow me to elaborate
Please do.
on this young sister. She's a singer, songwriter, rapper, poet, born in Zambia and raised in Botswana.
Okay.
Full African artist.
Okay. African for real.
African for real, and she currently resides in Melbourne, Australia. She went to school in Sydney, Australia to pursue a degree in audio production.
Okay.
She went to a SAE type situation.
Okay.
And then she released a mixtape, The Great Mixtape, on October 16, 2015. Produced by local Sydney producer Dave Rodriguez. She released a slew of standalone singles and mixtapes up into her debut album, The Return, which came out in 2019. It debuted at number 12 on the Australian charts. So their equivalent of Billboard is, the ARIA. You know what I'm saying? The Australian Record Industry Association. And so they have their charts. And she debuted at number 12 there.
Down
I
under?
said that's pretty, down under. That's pretty notable right there. The album went on to win Best Independent Hip Hop Album or EP in the 2020 AIR Awards, which is the Australian Independent Record Label Music Awards. So, we have her single from that album, The Return. It is the remix version of Time's Up, featuring our Q plus adjacent artist, Jungle Pussy, released on September 16th, 2020.
Yep.
And I'm going to also have to call Reginald James
Yo, what
on
the?
this song. Because, listen, this song kind of dry.
Okay.
This song kind of boring. I definitely get the message of the song. Just is basically talking about feminism and just the shit that females go through in the industry or in any industry. How they how to really have to watch their backs and all of that. But the execution is kind of really where it fell. The beat is not really that hard. It's kind of hard, but it's not. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It kind of felt like they slept through the record.
It was sleep at the wheel on this one?
Sleeping through the record.
Damn.
It's never gonna stop, and it's never gonna stop. I'm not necessarily, I kind of want you to wake it up a little bit. And Jungle Pussy's probably the best part of the record. She came through with a little bit of more of a lively verse. Jungle Pussy kind of does that, adds that element to it. But Sampa the Great, she's the type of artist, she gives me a little bit of Bahamadia as far as like essence is concerned.
Okay.
So that could be, it could be real dope if you kind of deep with it, you kind of conscious with it, or it could kind of be a little
Wild,
dry.
mundane, a little
bit samey. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I got a fun fact for you.
Uh-oh.
2 of the songs from the album, she recorded straight to vinyl. She had a song called Brand New, and there's another song. I forgot the name of the other song on the album, but she did a show at this it's a radio show in England, Soho. That's how it's called out there. But they recorded her kind of like not even a tiny desk performance. It was a live performance in the studio, and they recorded it straight to the vinyl acetate disc.
That's pretty dope.
I thought that was pretty dope too. And she kind of did her thing with the live band situation.
I love shit like that.
But as far as this song is concerned, what I'm saying? It's not it for me.
It's
not doing it.
Damn.
Not doing it. Sorry.
Did you listen to the original? I forgot to listen to the original.
I did not listen to the original. I just kind of wanted to listen to it in its own world because I'm good for doing that.
Me too.
So I want to give it its own
And you didn't want to compare it to
I didn't want to compare it, so I just left it at that.
Damn, Reggie back to back.
Reggie.
What was the percentage?
This one is going to be a 25.
Ooh, even lower. God damn.
25 for me for this record.
Okay. I mean, I like this record.
You like this record?
I gave it a 70% loud.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I like this record.
This don't remind you of Chica? Remember Chica?
I remember Chica, nigga. No.
You don't think this is
not
the
at
same
all.
kind
No.
of thing?
No, not at all. I feel like maybe it's
Wow.
in the same vein. Like it was on. It's
Yeah.
conscious, yeah, but like nah,
You think-
not at all.
you
First
think
of
this one
all,
came out?
I
right.
thought Sampa went off. I thought her flow, I thought her delivery when she jumped on that bitch. I had this song on shuffle, and I was in the room cleaning. And when she jumped on that bitch, I was like, oh shit, who is this?
Oh my.
Like, this bitch ain't playing. So she was on there snapping to me. I thought Jungle Pussy went off, but I thought Sampa held her own. Because Jungle Pussy goes off. She definitely jumps on. She got her own, like, little charisma that just shows on the track. She bodied it. What she said, you gonna learn patience in the seat of a hairdresser, some shit like that. She caught some slick shit.
Yeah.
But I thought they both went off. They both delivered. They both talking that shit. And then the essence of the song is, I mean, the industry killed dreams. Like, I didn't even think it was specific to women. I thought it was specific to artists more so. Like, they just saying, like, I've seen the industry kill the dream of dreamers. Ooh.
True.
Like, that ain't nothing but a chant. Like, they was chanting that shit. Mm-hmm. I'm like, okay, I like where they going already. And then she just jumped on and bodied it. The beat is kind of simple. It ain't super hard, but it gets the job done. It gives them enough room to get their shit off because they wanted to rap. It feel like they both just wanted to rap, but they wanted to like just not rapidy rap. They talking about some shit. You know what I'm saying?
I wish they would have rapidy rapped. I wish they would have because I kind of like that shit. I do too. Part of me
see
likes
that be the
that
problem.
Shit.
Like niggas don't give you the opportunity to talk about some shit and have substance. Like if they was on here just saying some regularly fuckity fuck shit, it'd be like okay,
no,
of course,
that's not what I'm saying.
What you mean? Like they was rapping.
You could still rapidy rap, but you could also still say some shit.
That's what
too.
I felt like they did. I don't know. Like we just have different opinions on this one. I felt like they was getting their shit off and they was talking about some shit. The flows was there. They rolled the beat, and then they came with the chant for the hook. I fuck with it, man. I don't know. We just got a different opinion on this one. That's why y'all got to go check it out.
That's why y'all got to go check it
25%
out.
Reginald James, 70% Loud. There you go, man. Time's Up remix. Sampa the Great. Is she great? Is she not? I don't know. Y'all got to check it out.
Is she great?
Y'all got to check it out. Jungle Pussy, what up? You know what I'm saying?
What up,
and
Jungle?
It is what it is. That's who we got on the Q. You know what I'm saying? On the Q Plus. And who we got next up? We're going to get right into it, man.
Who we got?
We're going to get right into it. Miss Tayla Parx.
All right.
Shout out to Tayla Parx. What you know about Tayla Parx? Have you heard that name before? Does it ring a bell?
Listen, you was mentioning this chick to me, and you was already making it seem like I was beefing with her, and I barely know the hoe.
You drew a line. You was like, nah, who
knowing
this?
the hoe. I just don't know.
You was like, who this?
So I was trying to be protective of our guard.
You should.
You know what I'm
As
saying?
you should. As you should.
I don't know bitches.
Absolutely.
I don't know hoes.
Absolutely.
I'm saying.
As
you know
you should. Well, he did that, and we got into it, and we did our research, and we found out that she is indeed a Q plus queen,
for sure.
singer, songwriter, actor from Dallas. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
She been out here doing her thing. So she's on her Neo shit. You know what I'm saying? She's songwriting for people. She probably wrote your favorite hits. She co-wrote Thank You Next for Ariana Grande.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? You already know what type of bags that's bringing in. You get publishing checks on a song like that. Like, stop playing with me. She out here. She played the role in the 2007 musical movie Hairspray. You know what I'm saying? You know that's a remake. The original was a classic. So they redid it. It was like a musical / fusion. You know how they do those joints.
For sure.
And she was in that. So she got her acting cap on. She got her songwriting cap on. She got signed as a songwriter at the age of 19. I think she got a deal with Warner Chappell. You know what I'm saying? Publishing deal. So you know what that's like. She out here.
She getting checks is what
absolutely.
it is. Check. That's a check. When you get a songwriting deal, that's kind of where I want to be.
And I mean, your pen game is like, you there.
Not to be fucked with.
You know what I'm saying? They calling you.
Yeah.
She released her debut mixtape in 2017, followed by her debut album in 2019 by the title We Need to Talk. You know what I'm saying? Serious. She got, you know what I'm saying? She got something to say to your ass. Mm-hmm. She actually was signed by Atlantic, and that's what she dropped her debut on. And like I mentioned, she's a songwriter. She was actually mentored by the one and only Babyface.
Oh, no kidding.
No kidding. No cap. She was mentored by Babyface. Yeah, she speaks about it. I saw an interview that she did, and she was speaking about it, you know, how she learned so much from him. And yeah, so she's been well groomed out here. So she out here doing her thing.
All right.
And you know, she released her project. Not her project. Well, she did release a project. This came on a bit of a 2-pack. So I think she has a project coming up. It's actually supposed to be released this month, so it's probably coming any minute now.
Okay.
But she released a little 2-piece. We're gonna review one of the songs on it. It's called Residue. Came out October 16th. 2 minutes, 26 seconds. I'm gonna just keep it a buck.
What happened?
I liked it. I thought it was cute, but it didn't have much of its own imprint on me. It kind of, yo, you stupid. It kind of, but you right though. It kind of just was like it's a little bit of a bop, but it's like an elevated music bop. It's like, all right, it's some shit you walking through a hotel. If you hear it, it might put you in a bit of a better mood, but you're not gonna never go
elevator music bop.
Yeah,
you put that together.
Is those not bops though? You never heard a bop in the elevator?
I have.
So stop playing.
But
with
I didn't know that was a thing.
So stop playing with me.
Oh
I'm
my
coining
God.
it.
You coining
Consider
things.
it coin. You know what I'm saying?
Penny,
it's
nickel,
like
dime,
it's an elevator music bop. It's like you hit on the elevator, you might be like, okay, that's a cute little ditty, but you're not gonna pay no mind. You're gonna be like, you're not gonna Shazam it. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be like, who this?
25th floor.
It's cool. It was a decent joint. I thought it was I gave it a 56% mid. I thought she delivered. She has a very beautiful voice. She has a very nice voice. I could see why she writes for other people because she knows how to. She got like that alt pop sound.
Yeah.
And she got those melodies that's like they kind of just pleasant to your ear. So it sounds really good what she's saying. The Residue song, it's like it's a cool concept. She not reinventing the wheel with it. It's like, you know, she can't get over this dude. It's pretty much stuck on me like glue. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But she turns the word to residue. Mm-hmm. And it's cute. It's a nice little bop. But like I said, it's like it kind of comes and goes. I ain't really backtracking for it too much. But I wasn't mad at it. I thought the production was decent. It was all right, but it was a little empty for me. Like I felt like it stayed on a bridge the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Like it never, like when the chorus came in, it seemed like it got even more quiet. It never really, the drums never came in. It never gave me that change of pace really. And that guitar gave me like a old Western saloon. Like she like the hot toddy in town. You know what I'm saying? She talking about one of her, you know what I'm saying? She usually the seducer, but one of these cowboys got her tied up. She can't shake him. So she like, damn, like, what is it about this nigga?
Giving spaghetti western.
What is it about this nigga?
Type shit.
I mean, that's where it took me. But yeah, man, that was my grade. 56% mid. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was on a high mid scale. Nothing crazy, but not trash, not terrible. Decent listen. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna feel like you wasted your whole life after listening to it, but you're probably not gonna double back. So
you wasn't feeling the beat drop when the beat dropped? The trap drums came, you know, on the spaghetti western.
Is that what happened?
With the she had the guitar loop going,
is that what took place?
Like the second verse?
Did she spit? Come on, man. Come on, man.
Well, damn. Well, damn. Well,
Listen, I gave my grade. You acting like I gave it a Reggie. What you think?
you know what? It's funny you should say that.
What you thought? Yeah, go ahead. What you thought?
It's funny you should say Reggie. I did not give it a Reggie this time.
Oh, okay.
I gave it also a mid, but I gave it a 35 mid.
Okay.
For a lot of the reasons that you said.
Okay.
The beat drop didn't really do it for me either. And you know what's crazy? I got gassed by the beat drop when it
like,
came
okay,
in
it's
the
coming
first
now.
time.
Now it's coming.
And this shit came in.
And it was like, no.
But then after the second listen,
Ain't take me nowhere.
it was like,
She fell a little flat.
I mean, I relate to it for sure, but I'm also kind of tired of breakup songs.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you're not reinventing the wheel
Yeah.
enough to like think you could just ride an empty beat with cute lyrics. You know what I'm saying? It was like, all right.
You
All
know,
right,
kinda
but I could see how it
doo-woppy
could find
shit.
an audience. I could see
Could.
I could see a little pocket that might stream it a little bit.
Somebody who could sing the song?
Ariana Grande.
I would not
You
give this song to
bugging.
Ariana.
This probably early Ariana.
Maybe early, maybe very
She's evolved
early.
since then, but this probably was one of her earlier joints.
Before her trap shit early.
Ariana
Maybe.
Grande.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe she could have gave it to Janae Aiko or something. I don't know. Janae Aiko won't sing this shit. But
It's too bubbly for Janae.
yeah, for sure. And so that's kind of the thing right there. It's a little bit. I see what it's trying to do. It's trying to be one of those uplifting pop records that are really about something kind of depressing.
It's like fake emo pop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a thing before.
It is a thing. It's a real thing. That's what I'm saying. So audience out there for it, but it just, we
ain't it.
We not riding a wave.
I ain't it.
But listen, mid. Hey, it ain't a Reggie.
This is not a Reggie because
So,
it still works.
You doing something, Ma.
You do it because
Don't feel too bad.
And I guess it's only because of production quality.
But
it
that's what
sound
I'm
like a
saying.
major
Like
label
it's like
thing.
you can hear it. It ain't trash.
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
not.
this is a quality joint, but it's just it's missing that character.
It's missing some
That's
character.
that oomph.
That
You know what I'm
oomph.
saying?
Personality.
All
something.
right, so that wraps it up pretty much for the Q Plus gang
Q plus gang.
on episode 21 of Herbal Tea Podcast.
And
Who
the
we got for the
For the
Pardon me.
ally of the day. The ally of the day.
I took a baritone. I was doing my mic from Boyz II Men.
You know what I'm saying? You know I gotta give them.
I had to switch it up a little
I had to
bit.
give them my third octave. You feel me?
They wasn't ready.
They was not ready.
They wasn't
Just
ready.
Not ready.
Who we got for them though?
Who we got for them? So since we kind of talked her up a little bit,
I mean, what the fuck is the chances? I
What
didn't
are
even
the
mean
chances?
to keep it a buck.
I mean,
It just so happened.
it just happened that our ally of the day is Ariana Grande, otherwise
Grande.
known as Ariana
Ariana
Grande,
Grande.
to you pop fuckers.
Ariana Grande.
So, Ariana Grande, we know who she is. She's a singer, actress, born in Boca Raton, Florida, who got her start in theater in a Broadway musical called 13.
Oh shit! I did not know that.
Yes, that is. I didn't actually know too much about her early days. either, till
because she
before
kind of
this.
like popped like
she
out
really
of
just
nowhere.
she just kind of came through on some like television shit, and
Yeah.
then all of a sudden she was a star.
Yeah,
that's
like
what
nobody
it is.
pops all of a sudden, but she was one of those where it was like,
Kinda
yo, that shit happened.
before you
fast.
knew it,
You
she
heard
running
about her,
shit.
and then she was a star.
Yeah. So she transitioned to Nickelodeon on a show called Victorious. It ran for 4 seasons.
Oh.
And I can't say that I've seen it. I'm not saying it because I didn't want to see it.
No, I
because
definitely didn't
by
see
that
it. But I
time
mean, when you
came-
say Nickelodeon,
this is 2010 though.
Okay.
I was pretty much in college by the time 2010 came around. So
Got you.
so she was doing that. She transitioned into music in 2013 with her debut album, Yours Truly. And since then, it's kind of been, she been on the up and up. She released 5 more albums after that.
she ain't slow down at all.
She really has not slowed down at
energized
all.
as a bunny.
You know what I'm saying? Platinum or better, all of them. Grammy winning one time, 9 VMAs, 22 Billboard Music Awards, broken some Billboard records along the way. You might have heard of the chick.
Just a few.
You know what I'm saying? And it kind of, speaking of what we was talking about earlier, she kind of came in on some pop shit and then went into this rapper trapper run that she been doing, dropping albums every 6 months after like a certain point in her career, which was 2017. She had a show at the Manchester Arena, and that was when the terrorist bombing happened, or the shootout.
Yeah.
So that kind of really turned her out,
Yeah.
and it kind of turned her into a different type of star. From that point forward, we kind of saw a shift in her trajectory.
Yeah.
In terms of like what the type of star that she became.
She was just out of here.
She was out of here. So, you know, before you knew it, we got Sweetener, and we got Thank You Next. That was 2019. And, you know, she has this new song, Positions, which is the debut single of her new album of the same name.
I was going to say.
Positions. She is an ally because, well, her half-brother is gay, and has been very, very supportive of his visibility and LGBT rights as a whole. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much for almost the entirety of her career. She's made many songs in support of LGBT causes. She's abandoned Catholicism because she grew up Catholic because of its stance on homosexuality, and more on that later. And has been involved in LGBT Pride and the Happy Hippie Foundation, which benefits LGBT youth. So there's our ally of the day, and she has the song called Positions. You might have heard of it.
Okay.
It dropped on October 23rd, 2020. It is the first single from her 6th album, same name. And I gave it a mid because it's straight down the middle. Mid. That's it.
What's the percentage?
Mid, 50.
Oh, just straight like that.
It ain't that much of a bop. We've heard Ariana bops.
Yeah,
we know what
bops.
she working with. This is the same girl that did Break Up with Your Girlfriend Cause I'm bored. That was a bop for me.
Cause I'm bored. Like, damn, that's how you feeling?
That's
though?
how you feeling.
Damn.
Thank You Next. You know what I'm
wild
saying?
with it. She not playing.
Wow, she not playing. So
Slick with the tongue.
So this one kind of trying to be sexual a little bit, you know, giving a little bit more of the sexual energy that she been given since she got on her trap vibe. But it wasn't really nothing like, it didn't take me nowhere.
Okay.
It's just, you can hear her influences basically more so than anything. You can hear the Beyonce that she loves. You know what I'm saying? You can hear a whole lot of different influences in the songwriting and in the styles of the song. So, you know, but that's all to say that the song doesn't really take me. It doesn't give me more than she's giving me already.
Okay. That's fair.
But it's dope. It's still
That's
a bop.
fair. Okay.
I fuck with it. I sing it.
Hey, man, listen. You got to understand, 50, I feel like if you get 50, between 50 and 60, that's like the pocket where most music is just going to land. Like, it's in general. Like, unless you just like,
You know?
you know what I'm saying? A lot of music is going to land in that pocket, and that's not a bad pocket to land in. So 50% mid,
Kinda
you know, right in the
ambivalent.
middle. Listen, you doing all right because
You
she
doing
has
all right.
plenty of other, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
We're used to her giving us
We
fires.
listen. We
It's
listen.
Ariana Grande.
We got you.
Yeah,
We
come
see
on.
you.
Come on. 50%
Take
mid, there you
it.
have it. I actually liked it a little bit more than that. I thought it was a 63% loud.
You thought it was a loud. You
Yeah,
gave
I
it a
like this
loud.
jam, man. It's kind of decent. Like, it's like you said, it's typical Ariana. It's not like a power ballad. It's kind of like an album cut. You know what I'm saying? But it's a decent joint. It's a decent album cut. It's one of those that I might gravitate towards because I kind of just like the little unassuming joints sometimes.
Right, right.
And I like the way she was kind of, you know, freaking the positions, the concept, like I said, again, not reinventing the wheel, but she's pretty much saying, you know, I'm going to be there for you. I'm going to be, you know, I'm going to be sexy with it. I'm going to get it in the bedroom, but I play multiple positions. It ain't just the bedroom. Like, I'm going to hold you down in life, general. Like, I'm the one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know how to play the positions, all of them. All the essentials.
All of them.
Essential worker.
All of them.
You know what I'm saying?
She Kama Sutra
in
out
the
this
age of
bitch.
COVID, you need essential workers. And she's an essential worker.
She's an essential
She out
worker.
here. So I fucks with it. And, you know, she giving you the Ariana peak performance vocals. I mean, you know, she can't really do too much wrong in that area.
Still giving you her Mariah Carey.
Yeah, I
You know
thought
what
the
I'm
little
saying?
melodies was cool. They was, you know, typical pop melodies. I'm probably not gonna playlist it, But I could see a lot of people really playlisting this joint.
You know what's crazy is I actually
saying?
did playlist it, even if it, consider
It's a nice little, like, it would go on like my R&B playlist.
Yeah.
But like when I say playlist, I'm talking about like I have like just a playlist for the year, like just joints that I fuck with for 2020.
Yeah.
But this would go on a specific, if I'm trying to get in the vibe, the R&B, set the mood. It's a nice little joint,
It's
man.
a
I fucks
pregame
with
song.
it.
It's a pregame.
That's the perfect description. It's a nice pregame. But I thought it was a high quality pregame, which is why I gave it a 63% loud, which is kind of, creeping over the mid, but just a little bit better than the mid, which that's what I thought it was. Hey, so there you have it. You got a 50% mid, straight down the middle, 63% loud. Our ally of the day, Miss Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande.
Go check it out, man. Positions
check
is
that
out
shit
now,
out.
and she dropped the whole fucking album.
She dropped the whole album.
You know what I'm saying? She gave you the appetizer, and then a week later, she gave you the whole full meal.
Pretty much.
So go check it out, man. She's an ally. Go support that, and let us know what you think.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's it for the music, man. Like we said, there's a lot of music out here. Y'all got to go check it out.
Check it out.
It's coming in more than we can kind of give it out and give you this feedback, but we appreciate it, and we're going to try to do a better job of highlighting all of these amazing artists that come out. Hey, we do what we can, man. It's the Herbal Tea Podcast. Rock with the kids. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how it goes.
That's how it goes with the music.
So what's going on now in the city? It's popping around town.
It's a whole lot of things going on out here in these streets, man.
Are there?
Yes. It is your street correspondent, the real Peasy.
The one and only.
The one and only. We're going to try something new.
Oh, shit.
This time around.
Oh, shit. Okay.
We done got a little bit.
We trying shit?
We trying shit. We're going to try. We're going to see how this works.
Let's
Y'all
try
let us
some
know
I'm with it.
if this works. You know what I'm saying? Ain't got a real title for it yet.
Okay.
But we're going to take a spotlight on some of our favorite tunes that come from past Q Plus artists or some of our allies as well. It's a whole lot of good music that has preceded us even being here.
Okay.
And I thought it felt only right that we dedicate just a little bit of time of our busy day-to-day living to kind of honor those whose shoulders we stand on. You feel me?
Okay. They paved the way, the foundation.
They kind of paved the way for the situation.
Vintage
you know what I'm saying?
joints. You know what I'm saying?
Vintage situations.
Love it.
That might be the title to this corny ass time
Love
warp
it.
shit I said.
Love it.
Vintage situations.
Vintage situation.
That might be the sub.
I like it.
The subsection of Deez Skreetz.
I like
Vintage
it.
situations.
I like it.
So the first one we're gonna do, since this episode that you're watching kind of gave it up for the ladies, you know what I'm saying? We had an all-female lineup. The review section. We're gonna keep on in that spirit.
Okay.
And who better than to honor kind of the mother of Ladies Night?
Oh shit.
So let's take it back to
Wait, are you talking about who you think I'm talking about?
I might be talking about the Queen Bee.
Oh shit.
We're gonna talk about Lil Kim's Not Tonight Ladies Night remix. We're gonna bring that back. You know what I'm saying? Kind of give a little bit of a little bit of you saying
homage.
That's the one I was looking for.
I know.
Homage. Thank you, man.
Got you. I got you.
That's why I fucks with you, man. So yes, Lil Kim, Not Tonight, Ladies Night remix is gonna be our first contestant on the Vintage Situations. You know what I'm saying? Lil Kim's Not Tonight, Ladies Night remix, as the whole title is actually called. Everyone pretty much knows it as Ladies Night.
Yes.
Yeah, but it is actually the remix version of an original song that came from her debut album, Not Tonight. You know what I'm saying? Back in those days, when we wanted to extend the life of remixes or extend the lives of singles, or at least give a different perspective or different taste of what the remix or the single that we're promoting, give it a little bit more crossover appeal, we would remix the song.
Yeah.
And basically
real remix,
kinda,
not just throwing on a verse.
No, not throwing on a verse
song.
On the same song with the same melody with the same beat.
Yeah, no, that's not a remix.
Sometimes it would be an entirely different record altogether, only in name only. So this was the third official single from Hardcore. And it dropped on June 24th, 1997.
Wow.
Yes. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Lil Kim's album, the home album, Hardcore, came out October 11th, 1996. So we're well into the next summer, still basically kind of giving Lil Kim all of the buzz and all of the love that she was getting the time that she came out with such a groundbreaking effort.
Yeah.
And this is indeed that single. So
when the life of an album was past 2 weeks.
Yeah. More like 6 months.
Yeah.
You know, pretty much, you would give the remixes and then you would go on tour.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily go on tour right after you drop your album. So we had a little bit longer of a lead time going on here. The song was featured on the Nothing to Lose soundtrack. I never seen that movie. I think that was the one with Chris Tucker. I want to say it was Chris Tucker. Because I remember the single cover. But it was one of those.
That was an early Chris Tucker.
Yeah,
joint.
it was an
Pre-Rush Hour.
Yeah, pre-Rush Hour. It was 97.
Post Friday.
Yeah. So I want to say,
I don't remember that one either.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie.
it it was what it was. But you know what the cool thing about that time period is, when soundtracks were made, they were really opportunities to bring a lot of different urban black artists to kind of put together,
people that you wouldn't normally hear together.
That you wouldn't hear together. It was like a platform.
Yeah.
If you will, to kind of really give a lot more buzz to
them shits was like the first
artists.
mixtapes. Keep it a buck.
Yeah, pretty much.
They
were.
Them shits was like
it was
the first
a whole
mixtapes.
before mixtapes even kind of started flooding the streets like that. We had soundtracks,
like the big black movies. Like you was looking forward to that soundtrack.
You was looking forward because niggas was on there.
The Who's Who was gonna be on.
That's the only time you would see a Too Short with a Lil Kim.
Absolutely.
Because sometimes the labels and the powers that be would actually make that shit happen, and A&Rs and managers would get together to kind of put people together. So this was one of those type projects, the Nothing to Lose soundtrack. And that is the same song where you got Stephen Marley, Avenues. I don't know if you remember Prize. He had a solo joint on there.
Okay.
Coming fresh out of, oh no.
I wasn't really checking for a Prize solo joint back then.
Down to Electric Avenue.
Okay, that was Prize?
Let me take it higher with Stephen Marley on the hook.
All right, so the hook probably would have caught me.
Stephen Marley on the hook.
Okay.
And Prize is the lead artist.
That makes sense.
That was kind of like his, I think it was
his breakout
song.
Before
he did
Ghetto Superstar.
Ghetto Superstar.
That was the breakout, nigga.
Exactly.
You want to talk about a breakout?
You know what I'm saying? But of course, Lil Kim, we're gonna keep the focus on this.
Of course.
This song was on that soundtrack. You know what I'm saying? We kind of having our own little moment.
A little tangent.
It includes, of course, everybody knows who it includes. If you don't know, Angie Martinez, Lisa Left Eye Lopez, Missy Misdemeanor Elliott, The Brat, all contributing verses.
Of course. Now, see, the crazy thing about this was, the collaborative spirit was high back then. It was high, higher than it is now. Like, it kind of took a lull, and it's coming back to that. It's getting back to that. Yeah. But back then, clicking up the posse cuts was like,
because you had the A&Rs and you had managers involved, and they had relationships with some of the upcoming label heads. You had people who had Bad Boy knew some people on Uptown, because it's a direct relationship there. So
and it was more of a structure, in the the label, the record label. Like, once you got into the record label, the music industry system, there was more of a structure. So you had to have certain songs on your joints. You had to have a song appealing to the ladies.
Exactly.
You had to have a song appealing to the fellas. If you was like a lady, you had to have the street joint. You had to have the joint that's gonna go in the clubs. You had to have the radio friendly joint. You had, you know what I'm saying? Like, you had to have certain joints that fit certain categories. And one of those categories was the posse cut. Like, if you had an ill posse cut, that was that sealed the deal for your album.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And of course, you marrying a whole lot of different audiences together. Some people get introduced to other artists for the first time. Did you know that this is actually, when Angie Martinez appeared on this record, this is the first time she actually rhymed on a record?
Yes.
Yes.
It was a big deal.
I didn't actually know that piece of information until I saw an interview.
That was a big deal. Nobody knew Angie Martinez outside
Nobody
of Hot
knew.
97 interviewer.
Nobody
she
knew.
was on the radio.
And she popped off on a top 10 Hot 100 single because it went all the way to number 6.
She said, I'm the rookie on the track with the All-Stars.
But, you know, sometimes people say that. We didn't know she meant that literally. And she really was the rookie on the track. First record, like how that's how your press kit look?
Legends.
That's how your press kit look. My first song was the Ladies Night remix, the top 10 song on the Hot 100 Billboard.
I mean, like, listen.
You know, in the early days when rap appearances on the 100 wasn't always filled with rap songs. Little Kim made it all the way to number 6.
But that's the thing back then. Like, they was, like, everybody on this song, they was all really homies. Like, they all really had relationships, was cool with each other. And you got to understand Angie Martinez's role in hip-hop at that time.
Absolutely.
Like, Hot 97 was the cat's meow. Like, you couldn't get better than Hot 97.
You couldn't come to New York. If you were popping, you went to Hot 97.
Come on. And then you got the top female on the station on your record, and she ain't never spit before.
So you think, and so who you think gonna play your record? So guess what? You see how that relationship works?
On, man. Cut
That's
it out.
how this is kind of an example.
Levels.
This is an example of how very fruitful industry relationships can work.
Absolutely.
When everybody kind of has a certain goal, everybody kind of want to see the other one come up. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. That's the
things
ecosystem.
happen. That's the
it's
ecosystem. Things
man.
come together to make big shit. Moments like that happen.
You got to create it.
So that's what it was. Produced by Rashad Ringo Smith. He's actually the man behind a lot of classic 90s joints that came out from that era. We're talking about LL Cool J doing it. LL Cool J Lounger remix. We're talking about Woo Ha Got You All in Check by Busta Rhymes. We're talking about Can't You See by Total.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? We're talking about Keith Sweat, Twisted.
He made some joints.
He pretty much made your soundtrack for the 90s nostalgia.
God
He's
damn.
the man behind. And he's still active today because he has a credit on Busta Rhymes' new album.
I love that. That's so dope.
He's still around, you know what I'm saying? But he was definitely that dude that was giving you, you know, some of your most classic anthems from that time period. And this is no different. Double platinum single. And this is at a time where you weren't buying them from, you know, you weren't downloading.
Wasn't no streams.
This is a physical single.
Copped.
I remember the single itself, the actual physical single was like an EP because she put 2 singles together. She had the Crush on You remix on there, and she had the Not Tonight remix, and then you got the different versions of those songs all together. So it was sort of like a 8-track
like a little
EP
package
situation that kind of helped market those singles. So we're talking about that going double platinum because, of course, the original version, this song didn't appear on the album. It was meant to promote the album itself. That's kind of how it really worked in those days. If it wasn't on an album, they would put it out on a maxi single so everybody could go get it.
The maxi singles.
Can you remember the maxi singles? I bought a few of those
that's crazy.
in my time period. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
So, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to give it up for Lil Kim Not Tonight remix, kind of giving you the blueprint. You know what I'm saying? We're going to say that the blueprint of modern day posse cuts. One of the greatest modern day posse cuts, and none other than Ladies Night. Because we're celebrating the ladies. We're going to give it up.
And you know her importance to the whole Q plus community.
And we
her
all
relevance. And she even had the brat who is now officially a Q plus artist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
saying? How about that?
You know what I'm saying? So it
kind of
like,
giving you,
you know what I'm saying? Full
circle.
preview.
Full circle. Look at this.
Come on, man.
See what happens when you give it up in the right way?
Hey.
That's what it is. All right, so that was Vintage Situations.
Vintage Situations on the Herbal Tea Podcast.
On the Herbal Tea Podcast. How do we do?
Hey.
All right. So I'm going to give you some more new bits. A lot of shit going on, cracking out here.
All right, what else going on in the streets?
So Pope okays civil unions for the LGBTQ. That's Pope Francis.
Oh, shit.
So the church is finally talking about actually recognizing.
Oh my God.
Homosexual.
They ain't
unions.
burn that bitch down?
They ain't burn that motherfucker down yet.
Yo.
So
That's
we're getting a
crazy.
little bit of a conversation,
All right.
and that's all it really
All
is.
right.
It's just a conversation right now.
This should be
but
interesting.
it's kind of like what's going on out here. It's kind of hit me left field.
You know the Catholics don't fuck around.
They don't fuck around
They're
with
not
the shit.
playing with
but
this gay
Pope
shit.
Francis is like, listen, we might give them a little bit of something. And
Yo, the
I'm
Pope
like,
is with the shits, man.
he kind of with it. We gonna see where this goes.
Nah, he been out here throwing parties at COVID and shit.
Oh,
Like
shit,
he been
yeah.
having like mass gatherings. He don't give a fuck.
Oh man,
he kinda
he a super spreader.
He might be a little too
He
aggressive.
giving super spreader type shit going on.
I don't know. Shout out to the Pope. Man.
Shout out to the Pope starting the actual conversation.
That's big though, man. For real.
it
Like,
is
all jokes aside, that's huge.
Absolutely, it is kind of a big deal. So I just wanted to recognize that. Texas reverses, the state of Texas reverses the October 12th decision stripping protections for LGBTQ and disabled Americans access to actual social workers. So they passed this, I guess you want to call it referendum on October 12th, where they would, basically say, hey, LGBTQ people can't, they don't want social workers seeing them. And
Damn.
somebody got mad and reversed that motherfucker. So that's kind of really what it is.
Who put that bitch in place is the question.
The governor. The governor is the one that kind of put that bitch in place. And then, it's been reversed. It's a decision that just kind of came down later on, and they decided to reverse it. I guess, somebody on the liberal front out there is trying to make sure they get as many. They're fighting for the blue side because Texas is a big red state, as we know. So,
You know what I hope we get to? I hope we get to the point where like it ain't necessarily like Bloods and Crips.
yeah,
It's more so like, okay, policies versus policies.
Right.
Or like
kind of how I used to be.
ideas versus ideas.
Yeah.
Or like, you know what I'm saying? Plan versus plan.
Yeah.
Like what you bringing to the table. I don't give a fuck what party you running with. Like, all right, I get it. Like you clicked up. This the people who support you. These are people putting the money in your pocket.
Yeah.
But what you about? Like what you know what I'm saying? Like what's the plan? You can't just you go to a job and they interviewing you and they asking you questions and shit. You can't just like, all right, yeah, this is where I went to school. This is where like you gonna give them your resume, but then they're gonna ask you questions like, okay, so how would you do in this situation, or how do you feel about this, or why do you want to work here? Why do you want this position? You know what I'm saying? Like, why?
Yeah.
Well, I don't remember a person asking a presidential candidate that on a debate. Like, why do you want to be president? Or some
know,
simple
man.
shit. You know
We'll
what I'm saying?
see.
Like, why you want the job? Any job. Why you want to be governor? Why you want to be mayor?
It's different times these days, man. It's different times. But at least, there's some people out there that kind of want to be on the right side of history. We'll just say it like that. And
Yeah.
there's still some people fighting for the little guys.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying, out there. So, that's what's going on out there in Texas. October 20th, 2020.
Mm-hmm.
That was Spirit Day.
10-20-20?
10/20/2020 was Spirit Day. We wear purple, kind of in honor of anti-bullying.
Okay.
To commemorate the death of the is a college student, Tyler Clementi. The whole story is he was secretly videotaped having relations with another male student, and of course was threatened, was found out about the person that blackmailed him, and he ended up going to kill himself. So that day is commemorated for, kind of like a Matthew Shepard type thing, but he happened on an actual college campus. And Spirit Day is in commemoration of that, to kind of remember anti-bullying and kind of remember the consequences of young kids being vulnerable to that. So interestingly enough, the foundation that's, mostly kind of pretty much responsible for Spirit Day, the Tyler Clementi Foundation, kind of rose up in response to the murder or in response to the suicide. And I actually know one I know a family member of that boy that passed away.
Oh wow.
So I kind of follow the Tyler Clementi Foundation, and they do a lot of work with anti-bullying. So go check them out. They're on Instagram, Tyler Clementi. Just look it up and you'll find it. But that's what Spirit Day is an honor for.
Okay.
A lot of celebrities, take their photo opportunities. They wear purple, and it's what it's in solidarity.
Comes
for.
from a place of grief and hardship, but
Absolutely.
it's to promote healing and
Yeah.
the betterment of the people in society. That's dope.
Absolutely. The most vulnerable, the kids out here.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, to shift it to a darker note, we want to give our condolences. We want to wish a speedy recovery. I don't know if you heard about what happened to Medino Green.
Yes.
Yeah, he
I saw
was in a
that.
serious car accident just a few days ago, and we definitely want to give it up. He is one of our Q+ shining stars out
Absolutely.
here. So when something like that happens to somebody,
Shit is real. It's like an eye opener. Not even an eye opener. It's just a reminder. It's just like how limited our shit is here, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we out here, but niggas is ripping and running, but we all vulnerable. Anything can happen. So you gotta take those minutes and those hours and those seconds and those days.
One day you're here,
Appreciate them.
and the next day you're not.
Yeah.
So, and we don't have people really talking about our community like this. So that's why I wanted to make sure that we mention that this is what's going on out here, and we send love and we send a speedy recovery to one of our brethren,
own, man.
one of our own.
Yeah, absolutely.
So shout out to Medino Green. Have you seen any of the content coming from the BET Awards?
I only saw the Ladies' Night Cypher.
Did you see the Ladies' Night Cypher?
That's all I saw, and it was fire.
And it was fire. So
I was so impressed.
right.
Because the lineup was amazing. And then I never heard the queen, Miss Brandy Norwood, spit a verse.
You didn't know Brand New had bars?
She was rapping. Like, I mean, her flow was a little, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't never heard her rap before, so I was like, okay. Like, yeah, I gave it up. And then everybody else body, like her, Tiana,
Taylor.
like all of these singers that could really, really sing, but then could still really, really rap. Y'all get on my nerves. Y'all get on my nerves because I can't sing. I can rap, but I can't really, really sing and really, really rap.
Hey.
It's not fair that y'all could really, 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 really do both. Because Tiana and her was spitting like rappers. Like, I want to hear a whole rap album.
Well,
from both of them.
Tiana Taylor been trying to rap.
Yeah, but she can
We
rap.
didn't take her seriously when she first started doing it, but I mean, she's a grown woman now. She was a kid then.
Come on, man.
So
you know who I
it's
feel like
different.
who is the queen though of the songstresses that can really rap.
Who that?
Beyonce.
Oh well.
Come on, man.
I mean,
Ain't who? What? Give me a songstress. Give me a songstress
okay,
that can sing, like sing. Like
Right, right.
Beyonce blows,
right.
but she can rap. Give me one.
Do you think she'd have been able to compete with these women who came through for the BET Awards and came through for Brandy?
Yes.
Yes. She would have came through in body.
Yes.
I kind of agree with you there.
Yes.
They would have went toe for toe.
Yes, she
would've
would have
been-
showed up.
Oh, she would've
You know
definitely
she would have
showed
showed
up.
up. Come
It
on,
would've showed up.
She not showing up if she ain't showing up.
No, not at all. You know what I'm saying? You already know what it is.
It's Beyonce.
It was real nice to see them revive I Want to Be Down.
That was
and
hard, though.
Bring it to this generation.
And then they kept the essence of like the
video
man,
itself.
they bodied it.
Y'all have to go check that
They
shit out.
bodied it. They
They
bodied
really
it.
did. I was actually quite floored when I saw that. And then in my head, I was thinking, she gonna bring Brand New back. So for those who are Brandy fans, we know about Brand New. She was actually
That's her
trying.
rapper alter
that was-
ego?
She was trying to
You
do
know
it.
who gassed her to do that?
Who? Her brother?
No, Kobe.
Oh.
God bless her dad. R.I.P. Kobe. You know they was dating.
Oh.
And you know Kobe, yeah, she took Kobe to prom.
Yeah, but that was a long time ago.
Yeah, but around then, that's when Kobe was like young wild Kobe in his bag. Like, you know he was in the rap back then.
Yeah, you right.
And he
You
probably
right.
brushed off on the young, because she was a young church goer. Like,
She was.
her family was strict.
Yeah.
So that was a big deal for her going to the high school prom with Kobe and all that.
Right.
He was probably like, all right, you got to listen to this You know what I'm
and
saying?
kind of gave her a little taste of what
Gave
she
her
could
the other
actually
side.
do. But she waited a long time to come through with some bars. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying?
I don't know about Brand New though. You gotta put me on. What's this?
Brand New was this kind of a thing she was doing like right before her last album, 211.
Okay.
2012. She was kind of introducing a little bit of a rap alter ego to promote that.
What did she
album.
drop though?
She did not drop an official, but you could go see her freestyles on YouTube. They out there.
Is they
all
though?
know.
Like how we?
She would go see for yourself.
Oh, look at you!
You gotta go see for yourself.
All right. I'll do that.
You gotta. She was playing with it. But we didn't. But that's the thing. Like when she came and did this, I wasn't expecting her to try to like body like that.
She tried to show up.
She really did. And you can hear a little bit of the.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad.
She came through.
It was not bad.
She came through, giving in the spirit of the record, and it's her record.
Yeah.
I bet you she always kind of wanted to do that. I
thought Erykah Badu. She was all right. She ain't really, you know what I'm saying. She gave you something though. Like it was they all like, but Tiana and her.
Yeah.
They came to rap. They came to be like, all right.
They wasn't playing.
Yeah. Like,
her, and not to mention, I just heard her, spit like a Lauryn Hill tribute not too long ago. So she really is.
They came to rap.
She really came to rap.
Yeah,
she really trying to get her bars off.
They wasn't playing.
Shout out to all of those ladies. You already know what it is.
Word.
Elsewhere on the BET Awards, did you see that there was a whole not panel discussion, but kind of a thing for Black queer artists?
I absolutely did not see that.
You did not see that.
I missed that whole wave.
Yeah.
How did I miss it?
Black
I don't know.
queer artists. They had the likes of our favorites.
Please get into it.
Dre Bay.
Who?
Cakes the Killer.
Okay.
Big Frida.
Okay.
Angel Hayes.
Okay.
And Saucy Santana.
Very interesting.
Kind of giving.
So this is the panel?
It wasn't a panel. It was like
a spotlight type
like
thing?
an interview. They were interviewing all 5 of them.
Okay.
But they each had their own because it was, they weren't actually in one studio together. So each one of them got to answer a few questions that they threw at them. Mm-hmm. Regular questions like, who else are you seeing in the Q Plus artists, and what is your legacy?
Oh, wow.
What you want your legacy to be? What got you started?
Yeah.
Who was your influences? That type of shit.
I gotta check it out.
It's definitely out there, and it is,
I love the fact
books.
that BET seems to be making a serious effort to reach out to the Q Plus community.
Especially
they had
Black Q Plus.
What was
community.
it?
The 29, the 29 days of
queer,
yeah.
something like that. Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Where they
in
highlighted
February.
a lot of the people, a lot of the key figures in the community and people doing their thing. They're really making the outreach. And you know how that goes. Somebody in the BET offices is fam.
Yeah.
And they got a position of power. Like that's what it takes. Like
you
we gotta get into these positions. We gotta make these initiatives. Because if we don't do it for ourselves, nobody else gonna do it.
Absolutely.
They just not. But shout out to BET for that, man. That's big.
Out.
I gotta go check that out.
It was big facts.
I hate that shit don't get promoted like that. Like, why is that not on? That should be on all of the Glad shit. All of the that shit should be news.
Ain't it? This is not on Glad though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
this is exactly what we're talking about. These are the divisions.
But that's
that
what
we're
we
talking
here
about.
for. Fuck all that. We providing the whole platform.
We're bridging the gap.
We changing the ecosystem. We creating it. We cultivating it. And we gonna bring it to you like
yes,
that, man.
Sir.
Straight from the motherfucking streets.
That's how we do around here. Before I get out of here, we got some new releases I want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Just kind of shout them out.
Okay.
Sam Smith released a new album.
Okay.
Love Goes. It's out there.
Shit.
Streaming platforms. Niggas is dropping albums.
Just here. Hold this album.
Here. There you go. Empress of. I don't know if you heard of Empress of.
Mm-mm.
She's kind of a
I love the name.
Yeah. She's a New York based kind of a pop indie artist. You know what I'm saying? She has a new record out there called "You've Got to Feel."
Okay.
Her debut album came out, I want to say either earlier this year or late last year. Very good listen. I highly recommend it. She's kind of dope out here in these streets.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Also, last but not least, let's not even forget that there's another nigga out here
Oh shit.
dropping singles.
Oh shit.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You got your boy over here.
Come on, man.
And got a single. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
Let's check that shit out. Brand new / Way.
Okay.
Came out October 23rd.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And not only that, I got another single. This is gonna come out on Thursday, the 5th. Next day, Friday the 6th. Check out the next single, Black and Blue, coming out in anticipation of my EP, Radicalize. It'll come out November 20th.
Oh, man.
2020.
Okay.
11/20.
Kids is out here, man.
We are out here.
Okay.
Alive and popping. And you know what I'm saying? Not even just me.
Of course.
Not even
Come
just
on.
me out
I was
here.
going to say, you can't forget.
We cannot forget another Alliance alum is coming out with another banger of a record. His actual debut album, Mr. B. Hood, self-titled debut fucking album.
Heavy.
Coming out on Black Friday. How about that?
Heavy.
How about that,
Come
y'all?
on, man.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot going on,
This
man.
guy has been coming through for a long time, giving you mixtape after mixtape.
Proud of this kid, man.
Then came through with the Alliance situation.
Yeah.
Showed out,
It's a lot
made
going
his
on
name
there.
known, and now he's finally here to fly off, get his little wings,
Just
little
getting
brothers
started.
ready.
The Alliance takeover has began.
It has
man.
began.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
If you ain't know, like, and then we also got, don't forget the homie, Mr. Bugs Gutter.
Mr. Bugs Gutter.
You know what I'm saying? Got the leader of the pack
Leader
EP.
of the pack situation.
Just dropped. It's a lot going
October
on,
30th.
Man. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Like, I love it, man. This is why we need our own ecosystem.
Absolutely.
You see what it is. Like, motherfuckers is out here producing on a consistent basis with quality offerings. Like, y'all gotta get into this shit. We gotta produce. We gotta support. We gotta rally behind these artists.
For sure, man.
Because if it don't start internally, if we ain't fucking with, like, y'all, who we doing it for? Like, we making the music for y'all to resonate with y'all. Fuck all that extra, the pop shit. Like, if that comes afterwards, that's icing on a cake.
Yeah.
But the nitty gritty, the core,
we trying to bring it home.
It's this. It's
You know
us,
what I'm
man.
saying? Love sauce at home.
For us, by us, man. We on some queen shit, man. We out here. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? And that's in these streets.
You know what I'm saying? So,
that's what's going on out here.
Clearly, it's still a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? It ain't really slow down too much, even
Not at
though
all.
COVID is starting to ramp up. Y'all got to be safe out there. Make sure y'all wear
safe.
y'all masks, man. Don't be crazy.
Be safe.
You know what I'm saying?
And even so, if you haven't, well, shit, the election already
By
going.
this point, shit, we already know what it is.
You know what I'm saying?
It's been an interesting week, to say the least.
It's been an interesting week.
Of course, but that's neither here nor there, because either way, the show must go on. You know what I'm saying? The music don't stop. The streets don't stop.
Streets do not stop. That's what we're doing.
I'm fucking burning up too. We burning these blunts. We burning these trees.
Burn them down.
We're gonna have a motherfucking smoking session in
In
the
the
smoking
smoking
section.
section.
Come on, man. Episode 21. Get in tune. So, you know, we always have a question around this time.
What's the question?
You know, we just had the election. You know what I'm saying? On Tuesday.
Right. Election.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody getting into the politics. They getting into their political spirit.
Get into their politics bag.
You know what I'm saying?
Conscious bag.
When you think of politics, you think of marijuana.
I definitely think
You know
of
what I'm
marijuana
saying?
when I think of politics.
You think of the legalization of marijuana.
Shit.
And that's kind of what we're getting into today. What is marijuana policy reform?
All right.
You might have heard the term before. You know what I'm saying? You might have heard prison reform. You hear like these reforms. You hear those thrown around a lot. When people start to talk about reforms, it's pretty much they like, all right, these policies, these laws is outdated. Let's read these shits up. You know what I'm saying? Let's revisit, re-examine, and let's change these laws, man. Let's update it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how you got to update your software every fucking 5 days?
Partner, let me upgrade you.
Guess how often they update the laws?
Not very.
Nowhere near every 5 days. Let's just say that. So, you know, we got people that, you know, they propose things. They like, you know what, this shit is outdated, or maybe this is something that's new that hasn't been around. We need a law for it. We need to govern it. We need some things in place. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much what the policy reform is. So when they talk about marijuana policy reform, we pretty much talking about the legalization of marijuana, changing the laws in regards to marijuana. All right. So that process, it's a bit of a process. It's a bit, like we said, it's been around for years. It's kind of similar to, you know, how we propose any other law. You can't just go up and make a law. You got to propose a bill, you know what I'm saying, to your legislation.
I'm only
you know what I'm saying, your representative.
Yes, I'm a bill.
And hopefully they think it's cool enough that they like, you know what, we're going to make it into the law. That's pretty much how it goes down in layman terms. So in this year alone, there have been dozens of policy reform bills introduced to legislations throughout the nation, right? A few of the major ones that they're looking at that were promising before COVID were adopting laws to, you know, one, legalize marijuana for adults, recreational use.
Right.
Effectively, you know, implement medical marijuana laws, because, you know, medical marijuana is pretty much widespread almost throughout the whole nation. All of the states pretty much approve medical marijuana. Recreational is still on the up and up, but as far as medical, that approval rate is way higher than just recreational. And then also to replace possible jail time with fines for marijuana offensive or marijuana possession. So, you know, right now you get caught with marijuana in certain states, you might get some time for that. You know what I'm saying? So they're trying to lessen those charges to, you might just get a slap on the wrist. You might get a fine. It's like hopping the MTA or something like that. It's nothing too crazy. It ain't going to show up on your record. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that's what they're trying to do. So these are the objectives with these new marijuana policy reform bills, right? So these are just things that are being introduced. But again, what year is it? 2020. We got COVID that came into play. And guess what happened? Shut everything down. All of those offices, all of those, you know, legislations, all of those bodies were looking at these policies, and they was like, you know what, let's put this on hold. We got to shut this down. Now we got to figure out, okay, we got to promote social distancing. We got to promote PPE. You know what I'm saying? We got to shift gears. It's different.
To the Supreme Court that we didn't really need to push.
Exactly. We got to break history, do the most speedy, you know what I'm saying, induction of all time into the Supreme Court. Let's fill this seat. It never happened this close to Election Day.
Right.
The shit just happened the other week. Last week. Come on. Like, what kind of shit is that? Like, but that's neither here nor there. We're talking about marijuana policy reform. And that's the type of shit that was happening in 2020. So that just lets you know, the temperature as far as how the nation feels about the legalization of marijuana. We pretty much getting there, man. They're starting to push it. They're starting to put these policies. The lawmakers are starting to take notice. You know what I'm saying? They're listening to the people. They're becoming more aware. It's starting to shift. It's just a sign of the times. You know what I'm saying? Things are changing. In New York City in particular, in New York State, Governor Cuomo proposed including legalization of marijuana into the budget for 2 years in a row. Now, it hasn't been included. It hasn't passed yet, but he is trying. So, they're there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of where we at with it. So it's getting there slowly.
It's on their radar.
Hopefully. Exactly. That's the biggest thing. But if you look at polls, people just kind of, polling America, checking the temperature, as we say, seeing what Americans think. 67% of Americans support legalization of weed, while 90% support the legalization of medical marijuana. So you got recreational marijuana, recreational marijuana. Yeah, man. So the lawmakers, they're starting to get it. Their eyes are opening. They're getting hip to this shit, and I feel like the progression is happening slowly but surely. We're gonna get there, like with everything else, hopefully. But there are ways to help. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what can you do? Fellow smokers out there, if you like to smoke, you like to enjoy your marijuana.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In the comforts of your own home, the comforts of your own space, safely, and hopefully legally, of course. There are ways that you could kind of help. So there's an organization, they're called the Marijuana Policy Project. It's mpp.org. You could go there, and they have all kinds of resources that you could look up and find out how you can, help the cause, support, do your part, send letters to your senator, you know what I'm saying, legislation, the lawmakers, the people who push the buttons in your county, in your city, in your state, and let them know how you feel about the legalization of marijuana. If you feel a certain way about it, you know what I'm saying? Like, they have templates on their site that you can go and fill out, and they give you all the information, and it's pretty much the click of a button, and you can show your support. So they have tons of resources you can check out there. You can get informed other ways, you know what I'm saying? Other ways, there's this site called Google. You know what I'm saying? You can Google,
there's
check
a lot
it out,
of information on there.
Look up and figure out, what you need to kind of, show your support and, get this thing cracking. Light a little fire under their ass if they need a little help and they need a little extra push and initiative to get there. So we getting there, like we said, slowly but surely, but that's where we at with it now, man. And that's what pretty much marijuana policy reform is about. It's about getting this shit cracking, changing these laws, and making it to where you could smoke and you could walk down the street and not get harassed. We trying to be like Amsterdam out here. You know what I'm saying?
That'd be nice.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Nice. Hopefully in our lifetime we can see it. But for now, not so much. But as always, what we gonna be doing while they figure it out. Shit, we ain't gonna sit here and, you know what I'm saying, be shit out of luck and be bullshitting with them.
We ain't gonna be low. We're going to keep it on a high note.
Going to end it on a motherfucking high note.
Oh, that from coast to coast with this dope, this hope, with this dope, this hope. Sheesh. Wait. Is it lit?